Hey, my name is Matt Tremblay, and I'm here with GDU today to bring you a new part. This part is called the GDU Mighty Mount. This part is comprised of two different pieces, a top piece that's a mounting portion, and a bottom piece, which is a micro 15 millimeter rail with a threaded interior so you can extend it. This mount has a kipping wing nut, so you can get it out of the way if it's ever in your way. It has a captured 1/4-20 screw in the mounting portion of it, and that screw can be backed off and also used as a threaded point. There's also two other 1/4-20s, and there's two other M4s right there. Now you wonder, why do we put the M4s? Now we've come up with a standard M4 spacing because we make other M4 accessories. These accessories are rail extensions. So you can have a rail that slides on another rail. So also things like this little bolting bracket right here. This bolting bracket also bolts right on there. So it gives you some keyed 1/4-20 and 3/8-16 mounting. So this is a universal bracket in the very base term of the word. It pivots and it rotates and it quick disconnects. After quick disconnecting, you have a hard lock. We've chosen a 15 millimeter rail because that 15 millimeter rail is an industry standard and it's been used for years. People hold cameras up by it, handles, whatever it is. Your monitor is not going to be flopping around after this. Okay, so let's give you some examples of how this piece is used. Today, we're going to use a Komodo. We're also going to use an Atmos Ninja for your basic monitor that you'll be using. Now, this is a pretty industry standard monitor. People like it, so we decided to use it. So the first place we're thinking about mounting this monitor is right in your normal standard spot, right? So you have your monitor right there, right where you usually have it. Now, with the aid of a rail and a Mighty Mount and a 15 millimeter micro adapter, you can get it a little further out. Now, your viewing distance and your focal distance is at the right distance where you can actually get that shot and you can focus on the screen. Now, there's a ton of other spots where you can move this thing. You can also mount these little guys off of the Atlas handles themselves to run a really low profile rig, keep the entire top of the camera clear for whatever you need it. You can also, if you want, you can run this LCD on the side here. And now, if you are kind of using your interface, you have your screen there. You can use your interface and the screen in tandem. So we'll take it off from here. Now, say you're kind of on a tripod and you want your monitor back toward you and closer to you. You can have this toward the back of the camera as well. Now, what you're seeing kind of like a little side plot here is the utility of the ghost plate. Now, the ghost plate, that's what I'm using to bolt all of these micro 15 millimeter adapters to. And I'm also using it to bolt this battery to. So when you look at this, this is just a random V-lock plate that I kind of put on here, cut down to the exact right proportions that I want. And I have a system here where you can mount a battery. It's right on plane, it's right on axis with the camera, and the ghost plate allowed me to do that. So that's kind of the side plot. So the moral of the story is this Mighty Mount allows you to put anything anywhere you want it, as long as there's a 1/4-20 on one side and a 1/4-20 on the other. I hope you enjoyed it. There's the Mighty Mount.